Well, howdy there, folks. Hope everybody's doing great as always out there. If you didn't hear, there's a lot of rumors about Tesla potentially coming out with a phone. And so I want to watch this video here that basically goes into this concept of the Tesla phone that could be coming. And I'm somebody that's a Tesla shareholder. So obviously this is rather important to me because, I mean, if they were actually working on a phone, right? This could be a long-term game changer for Tesla stock, and this would make me consider like not even selling the stock, right? Because it would be like, well, you know, if they have a phone that's a game changer here, this could be something that's way more than an electric vehicle play and a robo-taxi play, right? I mean, you know, so I want to watch this video together, and we're gonna look at this, and let's just watch this and kind of see, like, is this a realistic possibility? I think somebody put together a really good video here. I watched this when the video first came out. It's been out for about a month now. Really good video. So let's watch it together. I'll give you my opinion on this.
When Elon Musk enters the industry you're operating in, you should know things are about to get serious. Should phone makers start looking over their shoulders because of the Tesla PiPhone? Join us as we explore Musk's secret mobile phone with Starlink Wi-Fi. Apple, Samsung, and Huawei are the kings of the smartphone. The trio makes millions of phones each quarter and declare humongous profits. Apple's iPhone and other
tens of millions of phones each quarter, okay? Tens of millions.
Electronics are a status symbol all over the world, with some fans even selling a kidney to get one. Samsung is the anti-iPhone for those who want to use a high-end phone, but devoid of the famous bitten Apple logo. If you prefer your phone to transform into a tablet, Samsung has one to sell you, or a clamshell phone that opens up into a large phone with all the bells and whistles of a flagship. Huawei makes...
Personally, I don't quite get those phones. I don't know if anybody... If you have an opinion on that type of phone, like, let me know in the comment section. Like, I just don't quite get it. I mean, I guess if you really need, like, an extra screen on the back, it's just like to 99% of the folks out there doesn't... I don't know. I don't see it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something.
Excellent phone cameras and has a folding phone of its own, although it is hurting from the ban preventing it from putting the Android operating system on its phones. Can these three giants stand the onslaught of a Tesla phone backed by the richest man on the planet, Elon Musk? For Apple, this will be sweet revenge for Musk. On the one hand, Apple has been trying to enter the electric car world according to rumors, but hasn't found a headway.
Yeah, and I heard they just lost some very key people. I was reading the Hungry Bowl. If you haven't downloaded the Hungry Bowl app yet, do so. I was reading a story on the Hungry Bowl posted yesterday. It looks like they lost 3 key people on that project. So something food for thought. By the way, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's absolutely free to do so if you're not subscribed to the channel yet.
There were rumors that the phone maker was building a whole car, but that downgraded to a software powering electric vehicles. More recently, Apple is rumored to be making a car again. However, we also hear it is having a hard time securing a manufacturing partner. The company famously does not actually make the iPhone, but contracts out the manufacturing to Foxconn. This is a chance for Musk to show Apple how you step into another industry and turn it upside down. On the other hand, remember how Musk got the cold shoulder when he tried to offer Tesla to Apple to buy? Musk said Apple CEO Tim Cook would not even meet him. Musk was desperate to keep Tesla from going under, but Cook later claimed he was not aware Musk wanted to meet him. It will please Musk more than anything to snatch Apple's lunch by releasing a powerful, revolutionary phone. This new phone will appeal to users because of its striking appearance and powerful features. What features will this secret Tesla PiPhone have? The secret phone will come loaded just like Tesla cars that are full of the latest tech. But the big deal here is the phone will support SpaceX's Starlink satellite internet, meaning it should be capable of high-speed downloads, including streaming of videos and apps from online servers. By supporting Starlink, this could be the official phone of Musk's Mars colony. How do we know this? If you read Starlink's terms and conditions, you will see direct references to its operation on Mars.
Wow, hey, that's pretty cool, huh?
Meaning Musk could use Starlink to maintain a connection with the Earth. By supporting Starlink natively, the Tesla PiPhone will make a good communication device for the people that will live on Mars. That might not be the only connection between this PiPhone and Starlink, because going by the filings made by SpaceX, Starlink might offer phone services that could be inbuilt in the phone. Going back to the use of the Model Pi on Mars, the community will need a form of money for trading among themselves.
All right, now this is not a reason I'm going to hold Tesla stock as far as a Mars play. If a Tesla phone comes out in the next few years, that's intriguing. But yeah, we're not living on Mars anytime soon. So yeah, I'm not going to play this from a Mars phone perspective. It's pretty cool, though.
Musk, being a big fan of cryptocurrencies, these Mars inhabitants will spend Mars coins. This superphone will have the capacity to mine Mars coins. Remember, Musk has another company that delves into things like reading information from the human brain and helping to restore some brain functions with the help of chips.
Neuralink.
That company is Neuralink, and the Tesla Pi phone will support the powerful technologies it has developed. And of course, this is a no-brainer. The Tesla...
It's funny, it keeps showing like solar charging. It doesn't make any sense, that concept. Your phone is almost always in your pocket, right? And if it's not in your pocket, you're probably in your house, right? Or in an office building or something where you can't get any sun anyway. So the whole solar charging concept is one of those concepts that's like, oh, that's cool at first when you first think about it. It's like, oh yeah, solar charging phone, that'd be cool. And then you realize the practicality of it is there's no practicality of it, basically. Unless it was like you were literally out of battery and you were somehow walking and you're like, oh, I need some more battery, so you hold it out and it gets solar charged. Like outside of that, it literally doesn't make any sense.
Smartphone will be able to sync with other Tesla products like cars and home battery energy storage systems. You will control your car and Powerwall with it, for example. The Tesla Pi needs a very secure device because of how the owners would want to use them, so Musk will ensure it is not easily hacked. What will the Tesla Pi phone look like? Before we go into that, can Musk give a company like Apple a run for its money? That might look like an impossible task, given that the path to smartphone domination is littered with actual smartphone makers that fell by the wayside. You will remember Nokia, who ruled the world of phones but lost the plot. It now licenses its name to another company to make phones with. There was also...
Yeah, but it's still the most memeable phone ever. So let's not forget that, okay? The most memeable phone ever.
BlackBerry that was everywhere but is now confined to a section of history that is getting farther behind us. Even almighty Microsoft got burned trying to make phones. And don't forget LG, who was also thrown in the towel. Can Musk succeed where others tried and failed? Depending on who you ask, making phones is or is not rocket science. But Musk is a man who literally makes rockets for a living. Musk does not see impossibilities when he sets his eyes on a goal, and that is what has brought him this far. Take, for instance, how he got into making rockets. Given how far SpaceX has come with building them, you might be surprised to learn that Musk once tried to buy them from Russia. That time, Musk had just sold PayPal, another feather in his cap, and was eager to start working on his Mars plans. His plan was to create a buzz by sending something to Mars. He ended up negotiating to buy some used intercontinental ballistic missiles from Russia, but things soured between the two parties when the Russians arbitrarily jacked up the agreed price. On their way back, Musk said to his companion, "I think we can build a rocket ourselves." And that is exactly what has happened. SpaceX has built rockets so good, NASA uses them to send astronauts to the International Space Station. SpaceX is also building the tallest and most powerful rocket ever, the Starship, and even managed to outbid a consortium of the biggest space companies to land the highly prized Human Lander System contract from NASA. Building a rocket for NASA to use is just one part of the story. The other part of the story is how SpaceX, led by Musk, has leapfrogged the senior players in the space industry. Thanks to Musk's drive, reusing rockets is no longer a novel concept. Boeing...
That is really cool. I don't know what this has to do with the Tesla phone, but, SpaceX is amazing company.
Lockheed Martin's and the likes had many decades to do this. It took SpaceX, a startup space company, to do it. Space travel is not even the only industry that Musk has changed. Thanks to his ingenuity and tenacity, automobile making will never remain the same. Tesla brought electric cars from the fringes into the mainstream by making powerful and functional cars that are not ugly or dorky. Tesla has sold the most electric cars in history and makes the best-selling electric car the Model 3. And in their scramble to catch up, many legacy automakers have announced how they will switch to making electric cars only. But they had to wait for Musk to show them how to do it. Tesla has, within a few decades...
That's true. And then Biden the other day, I guess he was giving some credit to GM, acting like GM was the one who's sparked the EV revolution. I don't think Elon liked that.
valuable automaking company with the second trailing so far behind that it's no longer a contest. Personally, Musk is now worth more than ExxonMobil, despite the energy company having had a great year. Musk is doing exactly the same thing.
That's because people don't want to buy oil and gas stocks anymore. Such an old industry, investors aren't really interested in that industry anymore. So it doesn't really matter what numbers Exxon puts up. I mean, just going to be a lot of people that just don't want any piece of that, right? So,
satellite internet business. This is a business that has existed for years, but Musk got in and is already setting the pace. Despite being offered as a beta program, more than 100,000 users have subscribed already in more than 14 countries, connecting to almost 2,000 Starlink satellites. According to Musk, Starlink will exit beta and cover the whole Earth this year and revolutionize satellite internet by offering a single plan for $99 per month. He has also claimed Starlink could generate $50 billion annually. So considering Musk's pedigree with starting companies and businesses, top smartphone makers have legitimate reasons to be concerned about the Tesla PiPhone. Now, we get back to what the Tesla PiPhone looks like, which we know you can't wait to see. In this sample, we see that the Model Pi looks a bit like an iPhone, but that is not surprising as the iPhone has a very functional design. It makes sense to work with what works already. There are 4 cameras at the back, all inside a square frame. However, there are some differences that are included. For example, the Tesla PiPhone will have a
it says connected to your brain, literally. Oh gosh, that's too funny.
that changes color using a photochromic coating that will shimmer with various pigments under sunlight. There is a camera on the front, but you can't see it because it will be under the screen. Nevertheless, it will be great for selfies and video calls. The Tesla logo is on the back, and there is even a solar panel embedded. The release date of the Tesla PiPhone is a secret, but when it is ready, Musk will release it. Are you excited about the Tesla PiPhone? Let's hear in the comments.
Let's hear it in the comments. I think it's a cool concept, I'll be honest. I don't know. The problem is, so first off, Tesla has an insanely cool brand, right? And a lot of, what I would call super fans that would get the phone. Heck, I would get the phone just for the fun of it. I don't know if I would ditch my iPhones, but I would at least, try it out, right? And buy one and just see like what the experience is like. Is it as good as an Apple product? Is it better? Is it worse? Like it would be fun, right? So you get a lot of those folks, but in terms of like making that a long-term sustainable business, I think it would be difficult. I don't think it's impossible. I think it could be really, really interesting if somehow, you got, everything through Starlink and you could run all your internet through that and your communications and everything. I think that could be intriguing. I think, my thing about the phone game is I feel like probably by the end of this decade, the phone game is going to be an old story, right? I think we're already going to be moving on to augmented reality glasses, VR, and a lot of other things, by the end of this decade. So I think the phone is going to get replaced no matter what over the next decade. I think that's why Apple is investing heavily into artificial intelligence as well, but AR, augmented reality, virtual reality, VR. I think they're investing heavily there. I think Google is, and obviously Facebook is massively, because there's going to be a huge game change that's coming up at the end of this decade, right? So everybody's trying to position themselves at the best possible to kind of, take advantage of that, obviously, right? In 2027, that will be 20 years since iPhone launched, right? So, which means it's right around that time when, hey, it's replacement time. So the iPhone and just the traditional smartphone we see, I think that probably has about a good another 5 to 7 years in front of it, right? Of that being the norm. But I think there's a high probability that over the next couple of years, the next game-changing products come out, whether that's metaverse, whether that's augmented reality glasses, whatever that is, right? High probability that next iPhone replacement comes out in the next couple of years. It will take a while for that to scale, no different than smartphones took a while to scale, right? And as that scales, I think it could hit a prime by the end of this decade, right? You're just counting the clock there. So if Tesla launched a phone, I don't know, man. I feel like it's almost a little backwards looking. That's what I feel like. Maybe it'd be cool from like a branding perspective, but also, I think, Tesla's in it to win it, right? They want to win something. Can they really win smartphones? Once again, I think it's going to end up being a dying industry by the end of this decade. So why does Tesla want to go after something that's going to be a dying industry that they're going to have to invest ridiculous amount of money into for it just to be a total, something where it's happening by the end of this decade? So I think that's some food for thought there. However, I wouldn't put it past, Tesla to try to do something like that. I just think there's other things they're up to, including trying to become an overall transportation company that involves everything transportation-wise that might be, make more sense for Tesla, right? Plus, let's be honest, Tesla has its hands tied in just scaling electric vehicles, which is a huge monumental task, and going from an automaker that is making hundreds of thousands of vehicles a year to making multi-million vehicles a year over the next few years, right? That's a whole project in itself, never mind the energy storage business and all the rest of it, right? So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on it. It's not something that, it's really cool, but yeah, it doesn't make the most sense when you kind of add up everything and the fact that phones will be probably dead by the end of this decade anyway. So anyways, guys, much love as always. Hope you enjoyed a video like this. Let me know if you did, and have a great day. Peace. Thanks to the creator of that video. That was cool, man.